All right, so welcome to this morning's practice. So you've had a little bit of a break and some of you may not have been doing anything. So the height you choose today needs to reflect how the groins are feeling and how your spine's feeling. So think about the height, think about this part not being all tight, and then that you can actually lift up your spine quite easily as well. So just adjust any height if you need to. Feel that you're even in both buttocks. And then elevate the spine. So think of the structures of your body. They want the structures to go upwards and be firm. But the outer layer of the body, the muscles and the skin wants to be soft. And I've been describing it like a waterfall. So the body's like the earth and the waterfall's like the muscles coming down, okay? So elevate the spine, deep breath in. And then hold that as you just allow the breath to slowly release. Allow the muscles like a waterfall just to come back down. And then just breathe normally for a moment. And then deep breath in. And release the muscles down. Again, deep breath in. And release. Just begin to notice yourself, the structures, the skin and the muscles. Notice how you feel this morning. And bringing the palms together. And if you kind of draw a line down the center part of your body, you've got the right side and the left side of the body and the brain. And these hands represent those two parts coming together in the middle. So again, what is the weight like in the hands? Right side, left side. And then broaden your collarbones out. Feel the shoulder blades lift the chest without the ribs poking forwards. And just setting your intention for your practice to become more deeply connected with the physical body. To bring you out of your head. To bring you more awareness to how you're going to move through today. And how to use your body to hold you in the day. To hold you stable and strong. But be able to move with flexibility. And then bow your head to your heart. Releasing the palms. Gradually opening the eyes. And lift your head. Lovely. So we're going to start off with our 3 limb impulses just to get the body and the mind more coordinated together. So if you do need any equipment, if you need blankets for the back of the knees or blocks to sit on, then do. And also those of you sitting on blocks, make sure you've got more height here because you want your head and your bottom to be pretty much in line. And you might even need bricks for your hand. So the aim is we want to get this part of our body open, to get these vertebrae in the upper back to move down and in without the rib cage doing that. Okay? So use what equipment you need. So we're just going to start kind of here. And I want you to really feel this tailbone is almost coming under. Feel like it's coming under. So the buttock bones are coming down the back of the legs. Okay, so once you've got that, then start to continue to hold that as you bring yourself forward and lengthen forward. Push into the palms, squeeze the arms, roll the shoulders out, inner elbows facing, really be aware of that. Then bring your head down. So the head is the last thing to come down. And then pause and breathe and feel what's going on in the body. And then with the next out breath, can you, without moving your pelvis, can you extend more? So think of the bones extending one way, but the muscles are squeezing and containing back to the body. And again, constantly feeling, have I got that freedom around my neck? Using the breath to expand and settle yourself further and deeper into the pose. And then from there, coming up onto all fours, taking your feet as wide as your mat, pressing your palms, and again, just check those inner elbows are facing and squeeze your shoulders back. And then coming up onto all fours, go onto the pads of your feet, and then suck up the legs, so the arms and leg muscles, so again, the bones are pushing down to the floor, but the muscles are squeezing up to the ceiling. And then moving back. So again, we're not pushing the rib cage, we're extending the pelvis up and back, which then opens up the spine to move the shoulder blades in without the rib cage dropping to the floor. And there's a real firmness from the legs, from the muscles holding. We need to build that strength to hold the bones, the joints, building that muscle strength by really engaging, squeezing the leg muscle, squeezing the arm muscle, feeling that connection to open the body. And then slowly release, walk your feet in. Now, if you do need any equipment, grab some equipment. If you can reach the floor, use the floor. Lining the heels and the little toe edge of your foot to the mat. Press your feet down. Feel the leg muscles again squeezing up. And either placing your hands on blocks, or those of you who can reach the floor, you can do that. But again, it's about getting these shoulder blades to move down and in. So if you can't manage to lift your chest, you absolutely need blocks under your hands. Okay, so we want to get these back muscles toned and working to lift. They're going to improve your posture overall. So the more we can feel those back muscles lifting the chest from the stability and strength of your legs holding the spine, the more you're going to improve the posture muscles all around. And again, rolling the shoulders back. So really, really tune into, okay, how much am I feeling that? And if I'm not feeling it, you need to raise your hands up onto blocks. Spread the feet and press. Engage these leg muscles. Feel the kneecaps being pulled up by your thighs. And then lengthen the spine. Keep lengthening the spine. Good. Feel that kind of good ache in your upper back as you lift. Try not to lift your chin too much because that just puts it in your neck. Think about lifting the sternum forwards and upwards as you ground that tailbone down as we did in child's pose. Now keep pressing through your feet, squeeze the legs, lift and come up. Good. Okay, come to Tadasana, spreading the feet and really work to broaden across the feet, press back into the heels. Take your weight back. So again, you're kind of sitting in your heels so much it feels like your toes are going to come off, but then ground your toes as well. And then elevate all the muscles up. Roll the shoulders down and extend your arms. Okay, now take your arms forward. And again, that action of the bones going one way, but the muscles are squeezing back, containing it. So you can feel this connection in your upper back. And then take the arms up. So again, be conscious of whether you've poked your ribs forward, pelvis forward, if your weight's gone forward, and kind of this. Really bring that awareness. This is when Mr. Iyengar talks about the intelligence. It's understanding where when you've done a movement, where actually have you finished up? So being aware. Keep the feet pressing. Now again, I want you to extend more through the side of your body, but make sure your neck's nice and free. No gripping around that neck. Good. And slowly release. Interlock your fingers. And I want you to think about the little finger side and really cross it. Now, as you bring your palms down, your shoulders will roll in, as will your arms, and then squeeze your shoulders back and down. And then from there, take your palms forward. Think about your posture from your feet up. and then extend. So again, you go into your capacity, try to keep those little fingers together. It's really challenging on the shoulders when you work with your little fingers more. Again, where's the weight? Have you kept your ribs back? Can you feel your thigh muscles lifting? Good, and release. Change the grip of the fingers. And again, little finger web, they want to be really crossing. Okay, extend down. So the shoulders will roll in, and then roll your shoulders back. Get your arms up, and then extend up. Again, what's the difference? But my little finger web doesn't want to stay together on this side, so I've really got to work on it. And then that really makes a difference into my shoulders. So feel that in your body, what's going on. Extend, lift, make the ribs go away from the hips more and more and more. Good. And release. Excellent. Okay, so now bring your hands behind. So then concentrate on that base of your pose, the feet, the legs, all actively working. Palms together, just roll the shoulders back. So feel these two shoulder blades squeeze a little bit, but without creating tension. I don't want you to squeeze so much like this, you create tension here. Just roll the upper arms out. Feel the chest broad. Plant your feet, big toe, little toe, heel. Okay, now what we're going to do is just get some mobility here. I just want you to keep doing this. Yeah, I just want you to play with your wrists and your palms. So as you can see, my palms aren't coming together. Yeah, just keep working at it. It'll really work into your wrists, your forearms. Some of you'll feel it in your elbows. Yeah, but just get this movement going. Then again, being conscious of your feet and your legs. Now, we've done it a few times. So this time, if it's possible, you're going to do that and then slide your hands as far up the back as you can. If this isn't accessible to you, you can work here, or you can fold your arms and roll your shoulders back. Okay? A couple of options. Roll the shoulders back. Open the chest. So again, I want you this feeling now. If you just pay attention underneath your armpit, are you gripping in or are you creating space? Okay? So we've got to broaden the armpits outwards. And feel the little finger and all 5 fingers are pressing evenly. That's kind of the idea. We want to get all these 5 fingers pushing evenly. Neck nice and free. Collarbones broad. Good. Those of you who folded your arms, change the fold of your arms. Now use your breath. As you breathe in and out, open the armpits out. Roll the shoulders back a little further. And that breath should just feel easy. Good. All right. Slowly release. Just stretch your fingers down. And again, you want to feel that you've got weights here pulling you down and extend your neck up. All right. Good. So we're going to clasp our hands behind now. So if you need a belt, get yourself a belt. But we're going to work into it anyway. So pop your belt on it'll be your left shoulder and take your right arm up. Bring your right arm down to touch the shoulder. Okay. So feel that you are touching the shoulder. Now can you walk that hand over? So we don't want the arm to be coming behind your head, but how far can you walk this arm over? Because I'm trying to get this part of your body to go vertically up. If you're stiffing the shoulders, you'll be here. So it's this kind of, can I walk my arm further in? Yeah. Then once you've got that, take this arm round and up the back, and you can either grab the belt, or if you're able to find your fingers, you grab your fingers. But we're trying to get this armpit to open. So can you see in child's pose, I said about opening this side of your body. Yeah, so these are all preparation for moving into headstands, arm balances, and getting yourself open here. And the bonus is that it helps you lift your mood up. So if you are feeling a little down in the dumps, these poses, because they're lifting your heart up, because they're lifting your lungs up, it helps get more circulation up into the brain, and it makes you feel so much better. If you've had a day where, you know, you kind of doing a lot of work here, these poses are absolutely essential to lift your spine. Good, nice deep breath. Good, roll this bottom shoulder back. It's really easy just to let this shoulder do this. Roll this bottom shoulder back. You see, all I'm doing is this action, yeah? And if that shoulder's stiff, it will feel a little unpleasant, but go gently with it. All right, well done. Now release, just stretch your arms again. So moving your belt onto this other side if you need it. Take that arm up, really extend the arm up. So again, can you get this hand to touch this shoulder? Use your head to push your arm back a bit. Use your head as a tool to push your arm back a bit. And again, this will get all this side open. And then can you walk it over a little bit more? Use your head to push back. Good. And then swinging this arm round and up. Can you find your fingers? And roll this bottom shoulder back like we've just mentioned. Roll it back. Good. Nice deep breaths. Use your breath now to try and broaden out that armpit, broaden out that collarbone on the bottom arm. Lifting the spine a little more. Lovely. And then release. Stretch your arms down. So just give your neck a little stretch. I know some of you may feel like, oh, yeah, I can feel that, because they are very much working on opening all this region of your body. Good stuff. Okay, so grab a brick, and if you're feeling particularly stiff in the legs this morning, put a couple of blocks underneath your brick as well. Okay. And then bend your knees, jump your feet apart. Check your feet are parallel. And then take your arms out. So before we go any further with the arms, those of you who have got hypermobile elbows, you need to control them. What happens is if you allow this to happen, the muscles here don't switch on, so everything comes into your shoulders and you don't build strength. So you need to make sure that your inner elbows are facing forward and that you push. You extend out but squeeze the muscles back. Yeah, and then again, your knees, those of you who have hyperextended knees and you want to just push back, again, push down, suck up the muscle, don't push the knees back. So feel that you're really connected from the soles of your feet to the palms of your hands. Make sure you are the right distance first. Then turn your left foot in, sorry. Now keep on the heel, don't move this leg, just rotate it out. Yeah, so suck up, feel that muscle sucking up, and then place your foot. Keep reaching out with the bones, sucking in with the muscles, and then come down, touch your brick, and come back up. And again, do that a couple of times. Now notice my arms. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Yeah, the arms feel like they're connected from fingertip to fingertip. They stay where they are. It's your torso that does the moving. So you should feel your tummy muscles working. And you should feel your waist, your oblique muscles working. So we're toning up the muscles of the abdominals, the waist, the shoulder blades, the arms, the legs. Okay, so feel that challenge. Your arms may be aching now, but stay with it. Good, now hold this one. Now you're not going to sink, you're just going to touch and then lift. I want you to lift this side of your rib cage. Feel like this side of your rib cage is trying to move away from that side. Press your feet. Grip up through your thighs. Now can you lengthen the underneath side by pushing this rib cage down? Good, breathe. Now if it's possible, you can look up. But at no point are we sinking. Keep the legs active, keep the arms active, keep the chest opening. And now press, lift and come up. Turn your feet forwards, move them in a bit, and then jump your feet together. Good, okay. So move your brick to the other side. Just notice your heart rate should have come up a lot more. This is boosting your metabolism as well. So anybody who's like, oh, I really would like to lose a bit of weight, boosting your metabolism and watching what you eat is going to do that. So it's really good that you feel, and it's the muscles being active that creates that heat and that metabolism to go. So really work on connecting with working the muscles. Okay, so when you're ready, jump your feet apart. Again, have your feet parallel and ground them. Press down, suck up. So we're not pushing knees back. Those of you with hypermobile knees, back off and suck up. And then check your arms. So again, on your inner elbows facing forward. Yeah, notice the difference. You've got to control them. Now squeeze the arms. Make the muscles go tight around the arms. Turn your right foot in. Rotate on your heel, your left foot, and place it. Don't move it anywhere, just place it. Keep this hip opening. You can see my knees facing the side. So same again, keep the arms where they are. Come over and touch and up. It's like there's a pole across your arms. Keep your feet pressing. And again, you should be feeling, yes, your legs are firm and working, but you should be feeling your tummy muscles, your oblique muscles as you move. Good. Now the next one you do, you're staying down. Hold it here. Open your chest. Move this side of your chest away from the underneath chest. Good. Now try to lengthen the underneath chest by sliding this ribcage down to it. Good. And if you can look up, have a go. If that makes you feel wobbly, just look forward. Plant your feet, suck up through those legs. Feel your thigh muscles. Good. Lift and come up. Turn your feet, shuffle them in, jump your feet back together. Good. So just standing Tadasana, just feel that breath. Nice deep breath. Bring it all back. Good. Ground your feet. Lovely. Okay. Move your brick to the other side. Now, if you had height underneath it previously, you won't need it because we're going to bend your knees, so you can just have a brick. We're not going to use it straight away though, but we're leaving it there for the next bit, for the next pose after. Again, from here, bend your knees, jump your feet apart. So unless you've got knee problems, back problems, neck problems, you should be jumping your feet apart if you can. And it's really good for bone density, muscle tone, ligament tone. So it's, you know, and it'll boost that metabolism as well. Okay, so pressing your feet. Turn your left foot in. On your heel, rotate your right leg out and then place it. So it will feel a little bit more challenging. It's wider, it's in a different position, but go with it. Now stretch your arms out and again, engage the muscles, your back muscles, your arm muscles here. Push out, make them firm. Okay, now what we're going to do is bend. Okay, now what I want you to observe as you're bending is where is your weight going? Because I can see some of you doing this. So that tells me all your weight's in this leg. I want you to think of your weight staying directly here in the middle of the mat. Can you see the difference? Yeah, it'll move slightly, but it shouldn't be going over this way. Okay. You want to feel that this, I've been saying like a rectangle shape, parallel and parallel, parallel, and it's going straight down. So it makes you challenge your legs and your hips. And as you do this, your buttock muscles should be switched on. Yeah, be mindful of this knee. Is it going out because you've rotated your hip? If it starts to drop in, you've not rotated in your hip. So again, your buttock won't be switched on. Good. Now this time we're going to stay. So press your feet, press your feet, press your feet. Feel the muscles working here. Feel the buttocks. Lift up through the body. Keep working. Nice deep breaths. Don't worry if you're shaking. And lift. Bring your hands in. Turn your foot in. Just hold it here for a moment. So again, as you press your feet down, are you feeling this connection here up into the hips? So again, it's going to tone your thighs. It's going to tone your buttocks. It's going to tone around your waist and hips here. Turn your right foot in. Rotate your left leg out in place. Stretch your arms out. So again, think about where you're placing your weight as you go. So nobody's weight should be here in the knee. It should be directly down. Good, and then up. Press your feet, really use your feet. Keep this hip rotating out. We're trying to get to a 90-degree. It may not happen today if you've had a long break and not done any poses. Okay, now this time we're going to hold it. Hold it. Work your arms, work your legs, feel your buttocks, press your feet, breathe. Good, and come up. Turn your feet, bring them back together. So yeah, you should really feel it all around your hips and groins here, for sure. So we're going to use that now, but we're going to extend over as well in Parsvakonasana. Pressing the feet, bring your arms in, jump your feet apart. So again, move your arms out with a good, strong extension. Turn your left foot in, rotate your right leg out and hold. Use the last pose that we've just practiced to come into the position with your legs without letting your body go that way. So stay here. Make sure your pelvis is lifted, buttocks are fired up to open the hips. Good. Now, keep your legs as they are. Extend over and come to your brick. And then, like Trikonasana, this part of your rib cage needs to move away from that part of your rib cage. So you really should be feeling it here. And then extend your arm over. Don't sink, use your legs. Breathe. And can you see there's a straight line here? I've not got this hip coming like this. This buttock has to move down. And lift and come up. Good. Take your feet forward. Bring your feet together. You should be sweating. All right, other side. Sweating is good. It means that we're getting rid of toxins as well. All right. So bringing your arms back in. Bend your knees. Jump your feet apart. Make sure you're wide enough. Turn your right foot in. Rotate your left leg out. And then press in. Keep this hip rotating. If you don't feel that buttock, it's because this hip's gone inwards. Roll it out to the little toe edge of your foot. Little toe edge of your foot. Make sure your weight's here. Remember that rectangle. Now, leave your legs as they are. Don't move them or change them. Just bring your body over like we did in Trikonasana. And then move this part of your ribcage away from that part of your ribcage. Then take the arm over. Breathe. Press into your feet. Breathe. Now, come up. Well done. Turn your feet forward. Bring your feet back together. Take a minute. Deep breath in and out. Stretch your arms down. Be in a good Tadasana. Nice deep breath. Okay, well done. So you can move your brick out of the way. Actually, sorry, if you are tight in your hamstrings, you are going to need your bricks in front. Okay, and we're going to take the feet wide. Big toe, little toe, heel. Feel the muscles lifting. So just like in child's pose, now we talked about the tailbone going down. Yeah, we talked about the buttock bones going down the back of the legs. So that has to happen. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So what happens for some people is as you go forward, you lift your tailbone up and you lift the buttock bones up. So we want to keep them grounded. That's going to really support here, okay? So press your feet, keep your buttocks grounded. You will feel like you're rounding some of you to come forward, but let that happen, okay? Now hold it halfway, go into those upper back muscles and lift your chest. And when you do that, be conscious that you've not dropped again. So keep these grounding down, lift your chest. Push down in your feet, grip the thighs and see if you can come a little more. And then either hands on your bricks or the floor. But really feel the firmness of your feet and your legs that supports the pelvis, that helps the back lift and open. Nice deep breaths. Now, for those of you who can go a little further, maybe you can get your palms down, but you have to work your legs harder to do that. So again, being conscious of this action of the pelvis, so you're not using your lower back. Nice deep breath. Now again, extend your chest forward, challenge the upper back muscles. We want to tone them up, we want to get the posture improved. If it's possible, can you walk your hands back and fold a little bit further? Now go to your ability, obviously, don't try and overdo things. Be really mindful of how you're folding. Nice deep breaths. And all the time I'm thinking, can I lift the back muscles up a little? Can I make them work? Now to come up, go forward again, ground your heels and press your feet. Squeeze through the buttocks, lift and come up. And then bring your feet back together. Good. So again, just stand in Tadasana for a moment. You can feel that heartbeat. You will be feeling warm, sweaty maybe. Just be with your breath a minute. Roll your shoulders back, extend to your fingers. Deep breath in and out. Good. So we're going to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana now. Downward facing dog again. So placing your hands, you can just step your feet back. You've kind of got a good idea of where you should be. Spreading the palms and push down. Now you can bring your feet hip width apart. When they're wide apart, that's a warm up. Now we're going to work on the pose. So be on the balls of your feet and suck up. So again, just watch these hips don't go like that. So just as we've practiced, tailbone down. Now from there, extend, suck up your legs and pull back. So you're not pushing with your arms, you're pulling yourself back from your leg muscles. Nice deep breaths. If it's possible, you're grounding those heels down. They may not get to the floor, and that's fine. But ground the heels down, suck up your thighs. Keep the ribs level. Don't push the bottom rib down. Feel the strength of your arms. Connect them into the upper back, or else it will just go in your shoulders. And now release down and come into your child's pose. Deep breath. Good. And then slowly bring yourself up. Okay, come on to your tummy now. So we're just going to do a few little back bends to mobilize your spine for the day. So extend your legs back and work them. Push your pelvis down. So feel this pushing down. So again, as you push your pelvis down, you should feel your buttock muscles switch on. Hands by your chest. Roll the shoulders and elbows back. And then start to peel your spine off the floor. Make sure your belly button comes with you. And then slowly release back down. And again, press, lift. And slowly release that down. Make sure those legs are working. Keep pressing your pelvis down. And lift. And release down one more time. Keep the legs firm. Press the pelvis. Pull your belly button back with you so you're not dropping in your back. You're lifting your pelvis button. Slowly release. Good. Reach back and hold your ankle. Just give it a stretch through the thigh. And again, press your pelvis to the floor. And release from the side. So, those of you who can, hold both ankles. If you can't manage that, just do one at a time again. And all I want you to do is press your pelvis and just start to push. So Can you see rolling these shoulders back and keeping everything down on the floor? But push your ankles into your hands and open your chest. So do one leg at a time, or if you can manage this, do two, opening the chest. So those of you doing one leg, do one side, and then change, do the other. And release. Bring your hands back by your chest, curl your toes under, lift up, and come back into your down facing dog. Can you press your heels a little further? Can you squeeze the legs a little more? Can you open the spine? And then release back down. Good. Okay, slowly come up. So now come into a seated pose. And we're going to take the legs wide, so just like the wide leg standing pose. If you need to sit on something, then do. If you kind of pelvis is rocking back or your hamstrings are tight, then do sit on a block. If you don't need it, don't use it. Now move your buttock flesh out at the back. Check that your knees are facing the ceiling. Press down here. Really push down here so you can feel the thigh muscles engaged. Push the heels away. Lift up now through the body and then just lightly pressing your fingers. Roll your shoulders back. Good. So that lift through the body really has to come from the work of the legs. If you relax your legs now, can you feel everything kind of sinks down? So push your thighs to the floor, lift your torso up. And then these just assist that. They don't do the job, they just assist it. So again, those upper back muscles are lifting your chest up. So all that preparation in the poses that we've done already is fired up the back muscles to help you now do this bit. So all the standing poses are getting you ready to be able to sit and lift your spine. So really feel that. Okay, so we're going to keep the right hand behind, bring the left hand round and turn. So again, feel all this part of your body turning. And as you turn, keep working on that leg. Good. Come back to the middle, charge those legs up. And then come round to the other side. So I'm really having to particularly think of the leg you're not facing, but the thigh muscles, really feel them. And release. Good. Bring those legs back together. So we are going to put the soles of the feet together now. So if you know you need to sit higher when we come into Baddha Konasana, then do. Hand in the back of the knee. So this is really important because one, we want to extend the inner groin, and two, we want to encourage this rotation back. Okay, so right side first, hand in the back of the knee. As we take the leg back, feel this rotation back and also pull outwards. So it's really opening this hip. Okay, and then release. Same on this side now. So you want to feel like you're rotating back, but you want to feel like you're extending out as well as you bring your feet together. Now, we all find it very hard. I can't sit up now without using my hands. So I'm going to use the hands lightly and open. So as you lift your torso up, roll back, push your heels together, and then your knees can start to open and come down. Don't worry if your feet come apart, that's fine. Like a book, lift your chest. So the more you can lift your spine now, the more this is going to open. So I am using my arms quite a bit to help that. But I'm pushing those heels together because these shins want to try and come back. Yeah. So this is so good for the female organs, male organs, everything that we need nourishing down in this part of our body, our root chakra system, womb space. our creativity, our basic needs, all that kind of stuff. So really, really good to work into this, even though sometimes you're like, oh, my hips are just so stiff. If your buttocks are switched on, you'll feel that it's easier. And that's by pressing your heels together. If you don't press your heels together, just release the heels. Notice your buttocks switch off. Notice how much higher your knees have just come, because there's no support for the hip. So push the heels, buttocks switch on, thighs go down. Chest open, roll these shoulders back. Good. And then release. Bring your legs together and extend your legs away. Good. Okay, so now we're coming into a cross leg position. So again, if your knees are higher than your hips, sit higher. Okay, and now rotating, take your hand behind, hold your blocks, and then turn your body. Okay, feel really evenly weighted as you turn the body. Nice deep breaths. Again, making sure that you inhale and lift, exhale and turn. Keep this side of your body. What tends to happen is we do that. So again, we don't poke the ribs, bring them back. Feel as though you're filling into the t-shirt here and turn. Drop your shoulders down. So this is very good for the spinal movement. It's also helping your kidneys, your liver, your internal organs of the digestive system. Keep lifted as you come back. And come around to the other side. So again, roll in this shoulder, roll in this side of the chest, moving away, just like we did in Trikonasana. And turn. Shoulders down. Feel even in both buttocks. Nice deep breaths. Use your breath to get that movement. And slowly release, change the cross of your legs. Repeat over to the first side. Feeling the weight is even, broadening across the body. And release, come back round to the other side. Using that breath. And slowly release. Good. Okay. So come and lie on your back now. Have your feet hip width apart. In fact, get yourself a block. Place it this way, so not this way. Place it this way in between your feet. Okay. And don't let your heels touch. Move your heels out, but keep your big toes touching. Hold the outer edges of your mat and then press into your heels and lift your spine up. Now, as you do that, roll your shoulders under, roll your upper arms out and lift. So again, the tailbone, the buttock bones are moving towards the calves. You're lengthening this lower back as well as strengthening. Press your big toes down. Now slowly roll down. Bend your knees in and extend your legs up. As you extend your legs up, pull your belly button towards the floor. Bend your knees, find your block, heels away from the block, hold the mat, lift, roll your shoulders under. So I really physically roll the arm and shoulder under, press the heels, press the big toes, lift the back body. Now slowly roll back down. Pull your belly button down to the floor, bend your knees in and extend your legs up. So try to get them to come vertical. Pull the belly button down, toning up the abdominal muscles. Bend your knees, place your feet again. Press, lift. Again, roll your shoulders under. Now really get the buttocks fired up, the hamstrings fired up, the middle back fired up. Roll to the tops of your shoulders. Press your arms. Knees parallel. And release down. Hold the belly button down to the floor, bend the knees, extend the legs up. And again, feel these leg muscles, they should be aching. And then bend the knees, release. So move that block out the way. Extend your left leg away now. And then take your right leg vertically up and really get this thigh muscle to work. Pull your belly button down to the spine. Release, take that leg along the floor, bend your left leg in, ground that leg and lift. And release. Now stretch both legs out. Really feel now, can you get the back of your hamstrings to push down? So it's not your knees, it's your hamstrings, but then extend your heels. And then keep this bottom rib down as well. Really get these legs to feel the work. Good. Bend the knees, roll to the side, come up. And so taking your blocks now, make a layer on the bottom and stagger a layer on top. Okay, so can you see there's a little lip here where there's a stagger? Your bottom and your back don't go on that. Your lower back, should I say. It's your kind of middle back that goes on. So you find the middle back on there. So it's kind of front rib, that kind of place. The rest is all going to the heels. Okay, rolling back, lengthen the back of the neck. So if anybody is quite rounded in the shoulders and you need a blanket to lengthen the back of the neck, then take it. Fold into the elbows. And now push the bones up and then over. So again, you want to feel like this stretch is really coming into the back body. Armpits open, feel your shoulder blades moving in without poking your ribs to the ceiling. Nice deep breath. And release, change the fold of the arms. And again, pull up. Can you see my shoulders move away? But as I pull the bones up, once I've put my arms over, I squeeze the muscles back and into the upper back. So again, I'm really aware of my upper back muscles. And I'm not letting the front rib poke up to the ceiling, I'm pulling it down. And then slowly release. Just join the soles of the feet together. Just allow your body to just relax for a moment here. Nice deep belly breath. So allow this freedom in your belly now, this circulation in the belly. And then using your hands, bring your thighs back together, roll to the side. Move your blocks out of the way. And then come into the middle of your back, so you're lying here. Extend your legs away. So again, you check in that you're straight. Okay, and if you notice, look, I'm allowing myself to sink and I'm allowing the back ribs to move down. And then I just allow that length of the spine to come. Roll the upper arms out, take the feet slightly apart, and then let go. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, release. Feel that you're on the center point of the back of the head. And then take yourself into your shoulder blades. And are you evenly weighted in both shoulder blades? And as you've rolled your upper arms out and the palms face the ceiling, are you resting on the same knuckle on the right hand and the left hand? Just bring that awareness. Moving into the pelvis, can you feel evenly weighted in the left and right pelvis? Left and right buttock. Left and right calf. So it may be you've noticed one leg is turning out more than the other. So if that's the case, bring your feet back, your knees to face the ceiling, toes to face the ceiling, stretch them, and then allow them to roll out again. And see if anything changes. Moving into the ankles, if your left ankle bone is touching the floor, is your right? Or are you resting on the outer edges of your heels evenly? And let go. Releasing the jaw, the tongue. Now take a deeper breath in. Breathe out, rest your hands on your body. Do feel free to stay a bit longer if you have the time. Bend your knees one at a time. Roll to the right side, supporting your head, and blink open your eyes. Push on your hands. Bring yourself to sit up and just sit however you feel comfortable to sit. Join your palms together. Just bring gratitude to your practice, to your body, to your breath. Nourishing yourself, spending this time for you. And set your intention for the rest of the day. Bow your head to your heart. Release your palms. Actually open your eyes and check. Lovely. I hope you've enjoyed that practice. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself and learning more about your body and how to use it to strengthen your muscles, your bones, your mind, your breathing. There's it's everything. It's not just one thing. You've really empowered and built that strength within you to hold you into today nicely. So go and enjoy your day. Have a fabulous time. And I shall see some of you in class again during the week. Thank you very much.